It is an early start then for Notts County and Bradford City, who take centre stage at Meadow Lane, both determined to respond to recent setbacks. But await news on how long he will be missing. That's a good ball for Nemain, in behind with options and turned in. David McGoldrick on the end of it. Nemain just held his run, got away from Lewis Richards. McGoldrick just staying onside. Certainly had a sprightly start to his afternoon, as has this man McGoldrick. In the mood for more, maybe. Goalkeeper couldn't hold it. Crowley and turned in, albeit from the offside position by Langstaff. And that one doesn't count. And he knew it. Dan Goslin, brought in as a free agent, is on the bench today. Now they look for that ball for Nemain again, and he has belatedly got on the end of it, trying to tee one up. And Langstaff wasn't far away. Could be Poynton with a good run and a decent delivery as well. Andy Cook was arriving, just couldn't quite turn it in. Still the danger. Better from Bradford, numbers forward in support of the attack, and it was close from Cook, who took a big swing at that and didn't miss. It's a good ball in behind. Notts County a real threat in these positions, in by McGoldrick towards Langstaff, super save, Harry Lewis, still the danger. Now wide it goes, in the way. Came off the goalkeeper's knee. For the ball over the top through the middle here, which had been read by Slocum. Made sure he got there first, did the goalkeeper, importantly. Bit of space here for Crowley, slips it through. McGoldrick's made the run. McGoldrick! Lewis in the way makes the save. Here's Bostock, and in! And Notts County do get their second goal. Caught out higher up the pitch here. McGoldrick, who got the first, had a go at scoring his second. Back in by Bostock. Don't think Langstaff got a touch to it. He might try and claim it. As the shot whistled past him. Lewis's earlier save ultimately in vain. Was there a touch off Macaulay Langstaff? 3 points here would take them back into the top three, at least until a little later in the day. Crowley, good ball through for Langstaff, in again, scores again. 3-0 before half-time. Timed his run, couple of touches, and then finishes with an erring accuracy. Right back amongst the goals. Having scored twice in the 3-0 victory here against Newport County late last month. Having gone through what Williams has described as his toughest period in charge of late. They have to remain switched on here, though. This is Cook for Bradford. Slocum makes the save. Wasn't overly extended in doing so, but still the danger. Did open up for Andy Cook. He's had a hat-trick of opportunities, at least in this first half. McGoldrick. Lovely ball for Nemain, it brought it down beautifully. Taking on Halliday, this time stood his ground. Did well. Up against a very real threat provided by Nemain. And they force their way through again here before half-time. This is Crowley, brilliantly done! Dan Crowley with a super strike. And Notts County seemingly out of sight. Langstaff was heavily involved again here, this time turning provider, playing his part before Dan Crowley did the rest. That's his 8th league goal of the season. We spoke before the game about how the front three had scored 24 times between them in League Two this season. Well, they've all got on the score sheet in this first half here. Lovely finish from Crowley, who really is of it. Challenge for Bradford is to maintain that. Here's Halliday, picking up the pieces after it was cleared his way. A little bit of pinball, deflected and in. And Bradford City do have one back. A little glimmer here for Bradford City. Hit Baldwin, I think, decisively on the way through the outstretched boot of Aidan Baldwin. That's what deceived Slocum, who couldn't get across in time to keep it out. Gilead will claim his third of the season. McGoldrick once more. And still trying to bend one. It didn't miss by much. Tempted into the shot here was David McGoldrick. It's another case in point when Luke Williams was talking about the profile of player that they have been able to add. Wants to be part of the project, said Gosling when signing. Did have plenty of other options available. Bradford with options in attack here. Fine finish, Jamie Walker. And another one back for the Bantams. An instinctive finish from Walker. And it's 4-2. Halliday again played his part. He was the one that threaded that through for Walker to do the rest in some style. Took it first. There was a yellow card a moment ago for Toby Adebayo, delaying the restart, the reason for his yellow. And it goes again towards Cook. Couldn't quite keep the header down. Another chance comes the way of Andy Cook. Whipped in his direction. Posse of players in front of him, but it still fell favourably onto the head of Andy Cook. And from there, he would have expected to hit the target. Chase on here for Halliday to return it again. There's quality on the cross. The header when it comes from Cook straight at Slocum, who then careered into the keeper in his attempts to reach them. It's pale in comparison to the plaudits that came their way from that fabulous free-flowing first half. That provided the platform for the victory. It is a much-needed return to winning ways after successive defeats for Luke Williams' side. They've seen off Bradford City with something to spare, not as much as they might have hoped. Being led 4-0 at the end of the first half. Macaulay Langstaff with two of those goals. David McGoldrick had set them on their way early. Dan Crowley perhaps with a pick and a bunch had made it for in first half added time. Graham Alexander got to work after that, and he did inspire a second half revival from Bradford City of sorts. A much improved performance certainly from his team as they halved the deficit. An own goal from Brindley. They got another one back from Jamie Walker, which hinted potentially at late drama, but they've fallen short in the end. They weren't quite able to conjure up the most unlikely of comebacks, and they are beaten for the fourth game in succession in League Two. It's Notts County who celebrate at the conclusion at Meadow Lane. A full-time score of Notts County 4, Bradford City 2.